I really don't know why it is that all of us are so committed to the sea. I think it's because we all came from the sea. And it is an interesting biological fact that all of us have in our veins the exact same percentage of salt in our blood that exists in the ocean. And therefore, we have salt in our blood, in our sweat, in our tears. We are tied to the ocean. And when we go back to the sea, whether it is to sail or to watch it, we are going back from whence we came.
This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country, and it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test.
We're marlin fishing, rigging up a couple pitch baits, couple teasers, be ready to rumble.
I'm ready to go win.
We're going to mainly be targeting the mahi-mahi, the yellowfin tuna, and the blue marlin, of course. And boy, we got some medicine for them. That's the DTX minnow right there. Got all different colors. Skirted ballyhoo, of course, that's a staple.
I was promised one thing in our wedding vows, and that was that I will catch a marlin.
There's $500 in prize money for him to get, and he's excited about it.
Yep.
Thumbs up, bud.
Dad passed in December of 18, and he goes with us every time we go offshore. I did leave him one time. We went over that trip, so we don't go without him.
We were 2 pounds out last year on tuna. See if we can chum them up hard this year and see what we get out of them.
This guy's paying for it all, so I mean, we're gonna have some fun.
We're a woman crew. Ann is my grandma and Megan's grandma, actually Sam's grandma as well.
You can see in the background, our great-grandkids are here to wish us off.
We've been fishing tournaments with our grandma our whole lives.
She's still chartered every day. She's the second lady captain in the state of Texas to carry a captain's license. My grandma became a captain back in '71, and then my sister Erin Valdez became a captain. I carry a captain's license as well, so it's kind of just a family tradition that we're all carrying. And glad to still be doing it standing next to her.
We are her first mate, so it's an all-woman crew. We're super excited to go out with her.
Everybody asks her when she's going to retire, and she says as long as she can still climb that ladder, she'll be up there. She's a tough cookie.
We've got about $400 worth of liquor, probably 6 or 7 cases of beer, so if the fishing ain't good, the party's gonna start.
I'm drawn like a moth through the neon lights. I need a bucket of beer and someone to fight. Don't call yourself country if your music is shitty, or this Carolina boy will take you down to Fifth City. You know who you are, I ain't gonna name names. Just keep your hands off my country and go back from where you came.
We just keep getting better and better.
Hey, it's great to be with y'all this evening at Hooks on the Brazos, ladies and gentlemen.
We're honored to host the tournament every year. We're proud to be here with the Texas Billfish Classic in Hooks in the city of Freeport.
Freeport has a good community feel. Anytime we pull into Freeport, we feel like home.
Freeport Marina is a sport fishing port. We're one of the only protected ports on the Gulf Coast, and people here, we fish. We name our streets after fish.
You know, deep water's not that far. Pretty easy town to live in.
We love to go out and meet people when they come into town, and we'll do anything to be part of it and do our part to do whatever it takes to make that event successful.
2 of the best assets that we have in the city of Freeport are 1, our residents, and 2, this river. And I will tell you, if you want to experience something fantastic, come down here and watch the sunset over the Velasco Bridge, and you won't regret it.
It's really enjoyable to see people visit and come and have a good time.
Maybe we'll get lucky and catch a few.
5,000 total.
We're pretty much going to spread it out.
If you go across the board, it solves all problems.
Pretty excited. It's one of our first tournaments with the new boat.
Good turnout, you know, with a fun atmosphere.
So we're here tonight at the kickoff party. Got the guys betting. Bellies are getting full. They're all getting stuffed. Money's starting to fly. We're looking for a good night tonight, guys.
The Texas Billfish Classic gives back to several nonprofit organizations. One of them is Freedom Alliance.
When you see the boys get out there on the water, you can see their spirits lifted. The places of peace and calm, like being out on the water today, brings their morale up, and laughing and joking, and you can tell it always brings them up.
Events like this just kind of bring us together as troops that are, now we're all out of the military, and we just kind of have a void that kind of has to get filled, and sometimes we can't do that unless we're around each other and we find a place to bond.
It's all a brotherhood. We serve with each other, we love each other, we take care of each other, no matter what.
Oh yes, it's a keeper.
Getting out there and just having fun and talking to other guys and sharing old war stories that, I mean, that's all it's about anyway, so.
Freedom Alliance recognizes outdoor therapeutic events such as this because we found that when you get a group of like-minded individuals who've been through the same thing together in beautiful places, it releases some of that stress, and it shows each other that they can bond together around a common thing. And we found that fishermen and veterans, they operate much the same way. You know, combat veterans and fishermen operate much the same way when they're on the boat. And it's interesting to watch the teamwork and the camaraderie that goes into it. It's really neat to see.
It makes me realize how many people are out there just like me. We're all scarred, but I think talking about what we've been through is the biggest joy of something like this.
Many times when warriors come home, one of the burdens they carry is a moral injury. They saw something or were involved in something or didn't stop something that they could have stopped, and that weighs on them throughout their lives. It's a different world over there, and coming back, we're now transitioning into a new role as civilians, and that mutual understanding between the veteran community and the civilian community is imperative to forging a stronger nation.
We understand just by a look what we went through, and it's very comforting.
It does us good. You know, it does me, personally good to come out on events like this, to meet people I never met before, because we all speak the same language. I had an awesome boat captain, and I had a great, awesome time.
My morale went from 0 to 100. Made me feel like people out there really do still care about the military. After this, I'll go back to where I live, and I feel a little better about myself.
And we're off. It's why we do what we do. I mean, we just love it. This is the best part of this tournament is given to these guys.
The patriots, and they are patriots of the Texas Billfish Classic, and everybody that's involved in this, by what they're doing, by raising awareness, by being involved, and by truly caring, are helping Freedom Alliance with our mission and helping the troops with true tangible healing that it's going to save lives in the end.
It's just a lot of gratitude from us, for y'all showing support.
On behalf of Freedom Alliance, I can tell you this is one of the most amazing events that we do all year, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much.
So we were fortunate enough to go eat dinner with them last night at Red Snappers, and got to spend an hour and a half with those guys talking to them. They're warriors, man. They're heroes. They're the reason we're able to do what we do here, and we owe a lot to them. And what Jason and Pepper and those guys put together for them is just small token of our appreciation for what they do.
We put on this event to raise awareness for Freedom Alliance. We want to have you guys down here every year. Man, it really is our pleasure. And on behalf of the Texas Billfish Classic and everyone here that fishes us, we just want to thank you for your service. We want to thank you for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. We can never thank you enough.
Hey, mission accomplished. The guys had a great time. This has been an amazing event. Thank you all so much.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we'll make our way out to the jetty.
Well, obviously you have to have your bait and you have to have your beer. I'm not going to tell you which one's more important, but you can do it for yourself.
This is going to be awesome. Can't wait to get out there and catch them all.
Our main charity is Freedom Alliance. And last night, the owner of Easy Rider 2, Nick Harden, says, hey, if one of those guys wants to go fishing tomorrow, you tell him they can go. And Carlos, he looked at me stunned and said, "You serious? You serious?" He jumped on a boat last minute and he's fishing the Texas Billfish Classic. Never been offshore. I'll tell you, I shouldn't root for somebody, I'm rooting for them.
All right, guys, we're getting ready. Reports are coming in. We've got some swordfish being caught, some blue marlin releases. Guys been out at Boom Vang, 295. They're ready to start rocking. Let's take it to the scales. We got Broad Vision just hit the dock with these swords.
So we got Brian Shook, Chris Quinn, my son here, Kyler Kirkland, Spencer Caniff, wandering around here tying the boat up here on the front end. First morning it was rough, so we held around, hung around till about 1 o'clock, and then we kind of eased out. Got there for that afternoon, which is what we kind of wanted, that evening bite, night bite. And we were pretty fortunate and got 3 real nice ones. 4, but he's a little shorty there. Everybody drove in to come check it out this morning. She wanted to see if we could really catch one. We go all the time. She wanted to see if we could actually bring one back.
Kind of a battle of the wills there. Took a lot of good runs. Had him in the lights at night a couple times, and then he'd rip the leader off and go down to 500 feet in no time. So it was a fun deal, but we outwore him. Crew did a good job.
We just pulled up. We tried to hit the moon phase right on the moon set. We got there right at 5 o'clock. Just put the buoy rod out and we started our down rod, and I look over and the buoy's slack. And I'm thinking, well, there's our first bite. Maybe 45 minutes later, comes and shakes and throws his guts, and we're like, that's a real one. That's probably gonna be our best one.
1, 2, 3, boys.
Probably an hour and a half later, we finally get it in the boat. The team's high-fiving. Adrenaline rush like no other. Super pumped.
All right, y'all, we got the second boat coming in. Stacy Leanne hitting the scales. We'll see what they got.
Oh, yeah! We left at, I guess, 12:30. So we went to Auger. There's a drill ship out there, and we loaded up. I mean, we loaded the boat. It was really a stellar trip. The sea slicked off. I think you see by the flags, we caught some fish.
I'm super excited. This was my first time to be in a tournament, and that was my first yellowfin to catch. The biggest fish was Billy Baker's, and that was a hard-fought battle, and it was a lot of fun to watch to get that in the boat. It was a great experience. I was diagnosed last October with breast cancer, and I've had 4 surgeries and a round of a very difficult round of chemo this winter. It's been my dream to be in a bill fishing tournament for years now, so he made this happen just for me this year because of everything I've been through. I had my last surgery 3 weeks ago, but I was bound and determined I was going to reel that fish in from start to finish last night, no matter how bad it hurt or how hard it was, and I did. But we made it and we did it, and I caught a fish, and I could not be happier.
It's a great group of guys. Every one of us got along great. Had an absolute blast of a time for a couple days out there. It was awesome. We had a great time. Ran across this one. We're hoping for the best. We'll see what happens once we weigh this thing in.
What's qualifying? 20. Check this out. Right now, you're in first place.
Boom, pal.
That's all we got.
Yeah, we had a great time. We ended up catching nice yellowfin. We're hoping for the best. We're hoping it turns out to be a winner. Yeah, we're all Houston. Owner and the captain have
houses in Freeport. They spend time here and there, both. The boat station's right here in Freeport at the Surfside Marina. We keep it over there. Name of the boat's Moment's Notice, because when we get a moment to fish, we get a phone call and we all go.
Team's awesome. Trip was awesome. We had a great time. TBC's awesome. So look forward to it next year.
Great to have the grandkids get to be on the boat and catch the fish.
It won't be long. We'll be taking him offshore.
So we got It's Legit coming to the scale. They got a few flags flying. Looks like we're gonna have some fish to weigh. We got another one coming in right behind them. That one's a surprise. We don't know what they have yet, so we'll see.
Thursday was pretty rough for him. He didn't feel very good. But this morning he caught that wahoo, and it's his first one, and we're happy to have it. Last night he tuna fished till 2:30 in the morning, wouldn't quit, caught 15 or so blackfin, and did good.
We got a nice release fish this morning, about 300, about 7 o'clock in the morning. Nice little fish inshore. I thought it might be a little bit bigger by the way the fight was, stayed down, but it came up shorter than we thought. Had a good time, like always. Come out here and support the veterans and have a good time. You know, next year we'll be right back in here, hopefully cash some bigger checks.
Good being out there, camaraderie, working hard, and looking for that one fish to make the dreams come true. So that was great.
We just came back in. First fishing trip I ever been on, out that long at sea. Had a blast on Easy Rider 2. Caught a couple fish, caught a very nice sized wahoo, caught a tuna. We had a blast.
Fortunate enough to have Carlos with us, one of the Freedom Alliance guys. I think he had fun, and I know he did. We had a great time.
I mean, having the opportunity to go out there and do that with those men, which are my very dear friends, and then meeting Carlos, what a great opportunity just for us to be able to give back to what he has freely given us as our country. We enjoyed it, wouldn't change it for anything.
I'm glad to have everybody here tonight. And thanks to everyone here. Start off with the tuna category. First place, Carlos Cole on the Easy Rider 2. And in whirling, Triple C Top Junior Angler. Female angler this year, she's not here, Reese Rocket on Trophy Club. She released 1 blue marlin and 1 white marlin, top female angler. This year for the Swordfish division, Team Broad Vision. Rip Tarts donated $5,000 plus a little side money, so all in all, they had a decent little weekend on the water. Billfish release, third place, D's Knots. They had a blue marlin and 2 sailfish. And in second place, Billfish release, is Team Triple C. Thank you for being here, guys. Congratulations on a great weekend. And in first place, 2020 Texas Billfish Classic Tournament Champions, Team Dragon Up. They released a blue marlin on the first afternoon. They released another blue marlin the next morning. On behalf of the Texas Billfish Classic, appreciate everyone coming out this weekend. Appreciate your support. Be safe going home tonight. We'll see y'all next year. Thank you, guys. Thank you.